Hello and welcome, I am Nedanoski, and we are merging two of my favorite games, Night of the Full Moon and Popup Dungeon. Today we're focusing on the Contract of Soul character, the Soul Hunter Red. If you're not familiar with Night of the Full Moon, it is a deck building game that focuses on the story of Red as she is different classes, whether you're the Knight, the Ranger, the Nun, the Witch, or in this case, the Soul Hunter, my favorite of the classes. There are a couple of builds that you can go through. For this we've chosen the Siphon Judgment deck, and I'm going to show you exactly how I brought her to life. Now first I want to go over her prime abilities, the very first of which is the Attracting Soul. This ability is very useful for setup. However, keep in mind you will be doing damage to yourself. However, once you get going, you're going to be siphoning from opponents as well as stealing their haste. You will immediately benefit from a speed boost, gaining additional action points as the game goes on. Keep in mind this version of Red is best used with a support shielding her while she gets set up, but once she is set up, she's very difficult to stop. Her next prime ability is Death Comes. Now with this I wanted to capture both the dark and light that comes with her Soul Hunter, and with that you're going to be doing dark damage immediately, light damage at the beginning of your opponent's next turn. You'll also increase your haste as well as steal your opponent's haste. This is to represent the inevitability of death and that the Soul Hunter is going to come for you. The third ability I want to talk about is Death Judgment. Now I thought about adding in an instant kill for the Soul Hunter, but that's not really how she functions. Rather, she builds up resources, Judgment in the Night of the Full Moon game, and Death Judgment builds up AP in this case. The resource cost is the same, 10. Once you use this, keep in mind that you will be taking a significant hit to your initiative for the next round. However, you'll be doing 327 immediate light damage, 392 dark damage at the beginning of their turn, and 681 damage in 2 turns' time. This, with the heavy life siphon stat that you'll start with, will really benefit your character. Now of course, we didn't just add in abilities, but we also created character equipment, and the very first one that I want to talk about is her weapon, the Adjudicator. Now, once you get it up to Legendary, you'll note that its name changes to Contract of Souls. However, it will get its ability and the uncommon stat. This means that you will get Life Siphon from level 1, but you'll get its unique ability, the Adjudicator, at level 2 equipment and higher. This is incredibly powerful for her and designed to work around the haste stat so that you can use abilities over and over again. However, once you use the Adjudicator, note that you will not be moving for the duration of the turn, as you'll be taking enormous mobility loss. However, every time you use it, you'll gain an AP to cover the AP you spent on it. You'll cover energy power, and you'll gain Absorb. All of this is really to build into her theme that as the game goes on, she grows more and more powerful. Now the next I've intended to include for all of the Red characters I make. This one is Grandma's Watch. Once you get it up to Legendary stat, you will have it changed to Night of Full Moon to represent the game that it came from. Now it does increase haste as well as lower your resistance, but once you have the epic version of this, you'll be gaining 4 AP at the beginning of every turn, but taking damage, indicating that time is running short. You'll need to use as many abilities as possible, and so even here, the haste ability is incredibly useful. And the final one that we've created for this is indeed Red's Cloak. Now, once you get it up to Legendary, you'll note that it changes to the Black Swan's Cloak, and it grants enormous amounts of health, as befits any boss. Once you have it up to the Rare stat, you'll unlock the hostile ability Reaction Winter Cloak that causes her to jump out of the way, as well as gain an evasion and mobility boost anytime she is targeted by an ability. And if you've increased your haste, you'll be able to do this multiple times. And that is our Soul Hunter version of Red. With this, again, we've designed this to be a tank character that builds up over time. Support her with shields and she'll be able to siphon away the opponent's life, their stats, and cause damage over time. If you've enjoyed this, let me know, either by liking it or commenting below. Which version of Red would you like to see next? And if you want to see them as they come out, consider subscribing, hitting that bell notification. In the meantime, I am Nidanoski, and as always, have fun.